Have you ever believed the future will be more positive? Do you expect good things will happen rather than bad things? If so, it's likely you have dispositional optimism. Dispositional optimism reflects a belief that future outcomes will be beneficial and positive. This is a trait that promotes resilience when people are faced with stress and adversity in life. Dispositional optimism is a psychological theory of optimism, and researchers have operationalized trait characteristics to be able to evaluate optimism and pessimism. The Life Orientation Test, the LOT, is a 10-item scale used to measure the original definition of optimism developed within a theoretical system. Whether or not you're optimistic can depend on your genetic predisposition. Trait and characteristics in genetic modeling confirms that optimism and pessimism are inherited as independent traits. These heritable traits can predict your intelligence, temperament, and even predisposition to alcoholism later in life. Twin studies have found that inherited component is about 25%, making trait a stable personality dimension and a predictor of life outcomes. If it's developed in your family environment, it can also be learned, which can raise or lower optimism. So we can see neuroticism or pessimism. If you have an optimistic parent, they will tend to consciously practice a positive and beneficial outlook in life, and this will improve the quality of life for the family. Also, the environment you're brought up in. A study examined the relationship of how optimism is developed by measuring socioeconomic status in domains of education, occupational status, and income. By administering the LOT-R test, it was revealed that the foundation of optimism is related to the person's socioeconomic status early on in the development stage of their life. Studies suggest that people with high dispositional optimism have a stronger immune system and a higher resilience against psychological stresses. In general, a more optimistic person is more positive. A study examined the recovery process for a number of patients after undergoing surgery. Findings showed that optimists achieved faster results in behavioral milestones, which were rated to have a more favorable physical outcome. It's also been associated with overall psychological well-being and better mental health. Research shows that optimistic people are more likely to report lower on domains such as anxiety and depression, and higher as they exhibit higher levels of self-esteem and more internal locus of control. So it's clear that optimism can alter the way the mind and body operate. For you to make conscious and positive effort means being able to support a healthy physical body, being able to form secure relationships, increase happiness and productivity in life. These are all components for a high sense of dispositional optimism. So, although not all factors can produce dispositional optimism, there is a common consensus that if you have an optimistic outlook in life, it serves you better throughout life than having a pessimistic one. So, the question that I will end with is, how happy are you?